Hey guys, it's Kate from Sunnyside, and I feel inspired to make a video today. I had a friend come and visit me and just reminded me how important it is to have friends that you can talk to about pretty much anything. And also, it's so important to find people where you mentally align with them in your worldview. Um, it's so important for the soul to have people like that around. So I feel very grateful that I have those kind of people around me. So why am I making a video? I'm making a video today on ways that my family and I are saving money. And also I've pivoted my mentality to a less is more viewpoint. And that's because, of the financial situation with the economy. It's my belief that, things are going to get worse. I believe there's an economic collapse coming, that it's been planned. And they're just chipping away, chipping away, so that you'll own nothing and be happy. So I just ask that everyone go and do their own due diligence and do not get in this mindset of being apathetic, of like, oh, well, that's just the way it is, and da-da-da-da. No. You have a choice on how you want to live your life, and I just encourage you all to try to change your mindsets as well. So here's just some things that me and my family are doing. A big one for me was the Amazon purchases. I have gotten out of the habit, because it is a habit, of thinking of I need something and then running out and buying it or having it be delivered by Amazon. What I have done now is I fill up the cart throughout the month of things that I think I need, like, oh, I need this, and I put it in the cart. Then at the end of the month, I go through my cart and I have an accountability partner, right? So Brad is my accountability partner, and I have to justify those purchases to him. And a lot of times I found that the things that I need at the beginning of the month that seemed so important, I actually may do without them, or I just actually things kind of shifted in life and I don't need that item anymore. It's amazing how many things I felt like I really needed at the beginning of the month that actually didn't really serve me, or I didn't end up buying anyway. So that's a big one. I highly encourage all of you to try that out. Another one that we did is just going through and finding subscriptions that maybe we're not using anymore and canceling them. Right? You probably don't need a subscription to Hulu and Amazon and YouTube TV and Netflix, and you're paying for all of those, and there's probably only so much TV you're watching. So I would go through and see which ones you can get rid of and cancel. Another big one is watching how we're spending our gas. So I try to do my shopping once a week, once every 10 days. I try to condense all of my errands into one day, so I'm not just going out throughout the week and spending the gas that way. And I guess I'm just trying to be more mindful about where I'm driving and whether or not it's really important or it can wait, or if I know that Brad's going to be going to the gym, maybe he can pick it up on the way or on the way back home. Just being more creative about, my drive time, basically. And with the kids, we homeschool. We have a great homeschooling community. But they're 25, 30 minutes away. So whereas before we had a lot of events that we were going to, my mindset has really had to switch, and I pick and choose which events I feel like are really important, that I want to A, pay for that event, and B, drive to that event. Because I'm paying for the event, but I'm also paying for my gas to get there and back. So that is another way that we have cut our costs. Let's see, those were some big ones. Another thing that we're doing is not buying processed or quick, convenient food, because you're going to pay more for that. I'm pretty sure you guys have noticed how expensive fast food is. You know, I can't get out of a Chick-fil-A or a Taco Bell without paying more than $50, you know, to feed the entire family. So fast food and things like that are really a special treat and an occasion in our family. And if I know we're going to be out and about, then I try to think ahead and take some food with us. If I know that we're going to be hungry, like I'll pack a sandwich, I'll pack some fruit, nuts, whatever it is, just to get something in the belly so that we don't feel like we have to go through a drive-through. I've also tried to ration certain items. Like, you know, we'll have family movie night, and before the kids would pop like 5 or 6 bags of popcorn, you know, and now it's, you know, we try to scale back. First of all, bagged popcorn, like the stuff that you put in the microwave, is terrible for you. But, you know, so, you know, instead of popping 5 or 6 bags, you know, scaling it back. I'm not buying chips and things like that for the house because they are expensive. I'd rather my kids eat fruits and vegetables anyways. I'm trying to cook dinners that feed a large family and go a long way. So like soups, for example, are good. You know, they're really hearty, they're good for you, and they, you know, soup can last us all week. That I can get several lunches or dinners out of that soup, even breakfast. The other thing I'm trying to do is maybe like use less meat in dinners or in the soup or in casseroles or whatever I'm making, because meat is expensive. The other thing that's really helped is intermittent fasting. So I don't eat breakfast, and my lunches are very late, and they're usually light. And then I'll eat a normal dinner. And Brad also my husband also does the intermittent fasting. So we're just consuming less food. Now, I don't put that on the kids because, you know, they're growing and they need to eat, you know, but I've noticed that sometimes they just don't want to eat breakfast. They'll eat a later lunch. You know, that helps. I do make them eat all of their food before they're allowed to get more food. Like, wasting food in our house is a big no-no. Even though we do have chickens and things like that we can give them the scraps and everything, I'm trying to get them in the mentality of, you know, that food has value, right? That daddy had to work really hard in order to make money for mom to go buy this food. I put a lot of work and time into prepping this food. So just teaching them to be grateful and to finish their meal, not leave these little scraps and things like that. So those are just a few things that that I can think of, like off the top of my head right now. I don't have notes. I'm pretty sure there's other ones. I mean, a big one too, you know, obviously this is why I have pushed for homesteading, because I have felt this situation that's going on in this country, and really it's going to be the whole situation for the world. I've known it and I've seen it. And so that was my big push for the homesteading lifestyle and trying to be somewhat self-sufficient, somewhat self-reliant, teaching myself and my family skills that I really believe will serve us well in the future. So, and that includes learning to grow your own food. You don't need a whole lot of land. You can start on your porch. You can start in containers. You can start with a small garden bed. There are plenty of YouTube videos out there with people who grow an abundant amount of food on very small amount of space. So I just encourage you, to do some research, to start teaching yourself skills. It takes time to learn about gardening. It takes time to learn about what plants need and the nutrients. And, you can learn how to do this with the things that you simply have at home, like coffee grounds, eggshells, things like that. You don't have to depend on the store. You can learn how to make a small compost on your porch. You can do all of this. Just takes time and it takes effort. That's it. And you got to be willing to replace maybe some of your time that you enjoyed, maybe sitting there and watching a show, to replace it with something that you're going to be learning a skill. So you got to have the willingness to let go of some of those things and trade out your time for other things. If you've thought about having chickens, and you have the space to do it, I highly encourage you, now is the time to do it. You do not need anything fancy as far as the coop goes. You can build a coop out of pallets. That's it. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. So with that little spiel, I hope you guys enjoy your Sunday. Another thing that came to my mind that I think is really important is to start building up your pantry. Okay? Every time you go to the store, just buy a little extra, pasta. Buy some extra beans, some extra rice, salt, flour, spices, canned goods. If you have room in the freezer, some frozen vegetables. I just encourage you to do that now, because what you're paying for your food now, it will be a lot more later. So things like laundry detergent, if you have a brand or whatever that you like and it's on sale, buy 2 if you can. Start building up your pantry. And if you're running out of space, then go through the clutter in your home. Go through the clutter in your garage. Make more room. Get rid of the clutter, organize, and shift your focus to that, guys, because the cost of living is skyrocketing, and it's not going to get better. Our country and the world, actually, it's transitioning into a new, we're leaving the industrial age, basically. We're going to this technocrat age, and there's a new control system coming in, guys. And again, they tell you you're going to own nothing and be happy. So in order to do that, they have to break the economy, and then they're going to come in with a universal income and save everybody. So if you don't want to be a part of that, then I would start finding like-minded people and, just preparing yourselves the best way that you can. So, hope everyone's doing well. Let me know in the comments if you have some ways, if you're doing things a little differently than what I've mentioned on how to save some money. And I'd love to hear it. Leave your comment below. Thanks again for watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.